You didn't just lose yourself overnight. It didn't happen in one moment. There wasn't some big event where everything suddenly changed. It was slower than that, quieter, more subtle. And that's why you didn't see it coming. At first, it was small things, little comments, little digs, things that didn't quite sit right, but not enough for you to react. So you let them go, because that's who you are. You're patient. You try to understand people. You give the benefit of the doubt. But here's the part you didn't realize. Every time you let something slide, they learned something about you. They learned what you'd tolerate. They learned how far they could push you. And they didn't stop. They adjusted. They tested. They pushed a little more each time. Until one day, you weren't reacting at all anymore. You were just accepting it. And that's when it shifted. That's when it stopped being random and started becoming a pattern. You stopped speaking up. You started second-guessing yourself. You started asking, am I overreacting? Am I the problem? And that's exactly where they needed you. Not confident, not clear, not strong, but unsure. Because unsure people don't leave. They stay. They try to figure it out. They try to fix things. And while you were doing that, they stayed exactly the same. Let that sink in. You were doing the work, and they were doing nothing. And the worst part? You started blaming yourself. You told yourself, they didn't mean it. They're just stressed. They'll change. But deep down, you already knew. You felt it. Every time something didn't sit right, every time your gut told you, this isn't okay, you just didn't want it to be true. Because if it was true, you'd have to do something about it. And that's the part nobody talks about. It's not that you didn't see it. It's that seeing it comes with a decision. Stay or leave. And staying feels easier in the moment. Because leaving means change. It means discomfort. It means letting go of what you hoped it could be. But staying costs you something too. It costs you your confidence, your voice, your sense of self. Until one day, you don't even recognize who you've become. And you sit there thinking, how did I end up like this? It wasn't one moment. It was 1,000 small ones that you ignored. And here's the truth. The part you might not want to hear. They knew. Not every detail. Not every thought in your head. But they knew enough. Because people who care don't keep doing the same thing that hurts you. Once might be a mistake. Twice, maybe. But patterns? Patterns are choices. And you saw the pattern. You just hoped it would change. But patterns don't change unless people do. And you already know if they will or not. So the real question isn't, why did they do it? The real question is, what are you going to do about it now? Because now you see it. Now you feel it clearly. Now you can't unsee it. And that's where everything changes. Not because they changed, but because you finally did.